Hi guys, it's been a couple of months since I've done a Will I Buy It video, and there are some really beautiful new releases coming. Now, just like my other videos, those who I'm referring to their Instagram pages, something will pop up either to the left or the right of me, and I encourage you to follow the ones that I do mention in this video. They have fabulous Instagram pages and they often give sneak peeks into new releases that are coming. So now I'm just going to move over to the right so I can put some pictures up on the left while I'm having a chat about them. So the first Instagram page that I'm going to take a look at, and that is, I think it is pronounced Where's He, but something should pop up here to the left of me so you can note it down. And first of all, just going to take a look at Chanel, what they are releasing for spring 2023. It's either going to be Chanel spring 2023 or possibly the Leblanc collection. And first of all, we'll take a look at the quad that Chanel are going to release. It is number 68 and it is Délice. I think that is how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure, and that translates to delights. I think this is a really interesting looking quad and a little bit different for Chanel. I'm not too sure whether I would wear all of these colors at the same time if I pick this up, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. I think this is coming to New Zealand. So if I pick this up, I will, for the video, probably use all of the 4 shadows. But I do think it probably lends itself towards using possibly 2 or 3 shadows at once. In particular, I really think that lavender shade at the top left is absolutely gorgeous. And I also think the brown down the bottom left, paired with, depending on how that yellow shade is, whether it's pigmented or it could be quite sheer, but I think that would pair beautifully with the brown. And I also think, depending on what sort of opacity it is, I think a brown in the corner and then just smoked up slightly and then sweep that brown across your lid and perhaps the yellow over the top. I think that would look really beautiful as well. And in the top right corner, it appears to be a pink, I think maybe more of a peachy shade, but I think the quad does look really, really beautiful. And next is a blush, and this is a tweed blush. It looks really, really gorgeous. It has the 2 C's interlocked in it for the embossing, and it looks like a pinky shade. It also looks like it would probably be quite a luminescent type of blush, given that it has the lighter colouring through it as well. So I think it's going to be quite a luminescent type of blush, and I think that's going to be really, really gorgeous. And next are 2 that are Bomb Essential Sticks. They're the multi-use glow sticks. Now, I haven't purchased these before, and I have seen mixed reviews on them, but this time I will pick up either one or both of them. One looks like a really beautiful pink, and the other one is a lavender shade, which at first glance can be a little bit off-putting, but Suku tend to put out these type of shades as well with this lavender, and it ends up just looking absolutely gorgeous on the skin. So I'm really tempted to pick up both and see what they're like. I'm not too sure if it's whether they are a little bit sticky on the cheeks. I'm not too sure, but possibly you could be able to lightly powder over the top. But in any event, I do want to pick these up and give them a go and see what I think of them. And next there are 2 Rouge Cocoa Balm. These are the lipsticks. These are less pigmented than a lipstick, but they're a little bit more pigmented than some balms that are out there as well. I have a couple of these and I really like the formula. Out of the 2, I probably wouldn't pick up number 930. 928 looks to be more of my shade. So if I pick up one of these, it's probably going to be number 928. And next are the Rouge Allure inks, and we've got number 236 and 238. The 236 looks like to be a really lovely pink, and 238 looks to be like a red, but possibly sort of a brick red as well. It's really hard to tell from promo pics. But again, out of the two, the one, if I'm going to pick up any of them, it's probably going to be number 236. 238 looks really lovely, but it's just not really a shade that I would reach for. And then finally, out of this collection, it looks like Chanel are releasing 3 new shades of their eyebrow pencil. Not too many people seem very excited about this. I am. I love the Chanel eyebrow pencil, and the one I have, that is Brun Clair, and I've got that in front of me. This is the one that I use nearly every single day, and I'm wearing it today. Now, one of the shades that I'm particularly interested in, and it is the number 814, and when I zoom in on the picture, the shade says Brun Taupe. So I think that could be a really gorgeous shade. It's probably one though that I need to go in person and swatch and see what it's like. So if I'm able to do that, I will, but I would love to give shade 814 a go and see what it's like. It looks like a really beautiful soft shade. When it comes to an eyebrow pencil, I don't like anything too dark. I darken up my brows a little bit, but not too much. It can start to look quite hard, and that's why I love the shade Brun Clair so much. But the shade 814 looks really promising as well. So overall, I think that this Chanel collection looks really lovely. I'm pretty sure that this is coming to New Zealand, and I'm not going to pick up every single item, but I will be picking up a lot of them, and we'll do a review on my channel. And next, Hermes are coming out with 3 new lipsticks, shade 06. It's Coral Parasol. Number 22 is Brun Yachting, and number 10 is Beige Croisette. It is quite interesting, and I'm not quite sure. Number 10, the stripes are at the top, and then you've got the solid block color underneath. And then with the shades 06 and 22, you've got the block up the top and then the stripes down the bottom. It may be because number 10 is a different formula. I'm not too sure. Now, out of these shades, the one that I'm most likely to pick up is number 06, and that is that light corally shade. I think that looks really, really beautiful, and it's summer here now in New Zealand, and those type of colors are just going to be really gorgeous, and I would wear it a lot straight away, given that it is summer here. The other 2 shades look really beautiful. They have got that brown in them, and depending on a brown shade, depends really whether I'll buy it. Some are just too dark and I don't particularly like them on me. But if I was going to pick from number 22 or number 10, now when I zoom in on number 10, it has beige, so it has the brown, but it almost looks like a burnt orange. It may not be, it's hard to tell from promo pictures, but between 22 and number 10, if I was going to choose one of those, I think I would go with number 10. If it's the color that I'm thinking that it's going to be, sort of that burnt orange type of color, I think that will look really, really beautiful. But as I was saying, out of the 3, my first pick would be number 06. And if I'm able to get my hands on that, I will be picking up that shade. And this has already just recently been released, and this is the Dior Mitzah Collection. Now, I've done a video on the 10 color, the wardrobe eyeshadow palette, and I have that in front of me, and I'm wearing that today. Now, in my video, I used the darker colors a lot more. Today, I just went with the lighter colors, and only used the darker color here, just a little bit underneath the lower lash line, and just a small amount in the outer corner. And then I went for these 2 shades here, and then over the top with the shade as well. These 2 shades also work really beautifully as a highlighter. I didn't use that today. I just used this purely as an eyeshadow look, and I really love how it turned out. Now, there's people that are either drawn to these type of shades or they're not. They've got the reds and the pinks. If you love this type of color story, you won't be disappointed with this palette. It blends really beautiful. It is pigmented. The formula is just absolutely gorgeous. And another item that I'm wearing from the collection, and that is the loose powder in Rose. This is one of the first Dior loose powders that I've actually tried out. I've picked up a couple of others, but solely for the packaging, and I've never used it because it's that lavender with that glitter in it. This doesn't have that at all. It is absolutely beautiful, and I've used that as a finishing powder today. And when I'm able to pick this up in New Zealand, I am definitely going to get it back up. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and I really hope that Dior put that as part of their permanent line. It's really, really beautiful. And very soon SUQQU are releasing their spring for 2023. We've got some eyeshadow quads and their beautiful blushes. There's also some nail polishes. There looks to be like some lip glosses and also some eyeliners as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to swap to the SUQQU Europe page, and again something will pop up to show their Instagram handle, and I'll put up some pictures from their page and we'll just take a closer look at this collection. So on the SUQQU Europe page, they describe the spring 2023 color collection. It says that the eyes and cheeks are tinted in natural colours inspired by plants, trees and flowers with a soft matte finish. The lips are enhanced with a natural sheen reminiscent of bright spring light. The overlapping of various tones creates a one-of-a-kind beauty akin to plant and tree dyeing, creating a promising, positive makeup look perfect for the season of fresh beginnings. There are 3 eyeshadow quads, and it looks like one is going to be limited edition and 2 part of their permanent collection. Just with SUQQU, when it's numbered in just 2 digits, like there is the quad 1, 2 and 1, 3. When it's just 2 digits, that's going to be part of their permanent collection. When there are 3 digits, that indicates that it is going to be limited edition. I think that these 3 quads look really lovely. You've got quad number 12, which is described as a smoky brown and a maple brown. Then you've got quad 13, that's described as a rich orange and a light taupe. I think that looks gorgeous. And the limited edition one is a bleached pink and an almond beige. I think that looks really lovely as well. I would probably just pick up 1 quad out of this collection. I do have a lot of SUQQU eyeshadows. The formula is absolutely gorgeous, and sometimes you can look at a quad and think it's a bit of an unusual color story. They always seem to work once you put them on the eye. I think that they are really, really beautiful. Out of the 3 quads, if I was going to choose one, I think I would go with the quad 1, 2, and that's described as the smoky brown and the maple brown. And that's the one, I think that's the one at the top of the picture. So just by looking at this picture, the top one is probably the one that I would purchase. It looks just lovely for everyday type of makeup looks. I'm sure the formula is just going to be absolutely gorgeous. And they don't have a separate picture up at the moment of the blushes that are coming, but there are going to be 3 blushes. They're going to be in the melting powder formula, which is absolutely gorgeous, and it does look like all 3 are going to be limited edition. From other pictures that I have seen of these upcoming shades, I think all shades of the blushes look absolutely beautiful, and I'm probably going to pick up all 3. I just think the SUQQU melting blush formula is absolutely gorgeous. They describe the 3 different shades here as a soft pink. We've also got a fresh orange, and they do those orange shades absolutely beautiful, SUQQU. And they've also got a translucent lilac. Now, I haven't got a blush with that lilac color before, the one that SUQQU sort of puts out a lavender or lilac shades, but this time I would really like to try it out. I do think it looks really, really beautiful. What I do think is pretty exciting with the spring collection from SUQQU is that they're bringing out, it's called a treatment wrapping lip. It's the brand new exciting formula. This is what they're saying saying on their page, is soon to be launched as part of Spring 2023 colour collection. It looks like there's going to be 6 shades of this, and they describe it as a beautifully enhancing tinted gloss for the lips that locks in moisture, protects and smooths. Carefully selected seasonal colours add sophisticated shine and moderate transparency, create beautifully cared for natural looking lips. So they describe these as moderate transparency. So it looks like they're going to have a little bit of pigment, but not too much, but just give a really beautiful soft look. And they describe the 6 shades as a pure pink, a caramel beige, a stylish brown, a terracotta, a bluish pink and a clear translucent purple. Now out of the 6 shades that are going to be released, it looks like 5 are going to be part of their permanent collection because they have the 2 digits in front of the shade name. It does look like there is going to be 1 limited edition shade, and that one is the clear translucent purple. So I'm not going to pick up every shade. Probably going to pick up 2 or 3 out of the 6 though. I think they just look really, really gorgeous. Suku formula for their lipsticks are really, really beautiful. Suku also have a gorgeous skincare line as well. So they know how to infuse ingredients into their makeup products, especially their lipsticks, so they feel really moisturizing and just smoothing on the lips. So I'm really looking forward to when this is going to be launched. And then finally, we're going to take a look at Chic Prile Official's Instagram page, and we're going to have a look at the upcoming Chantecaille collection. This collection excites me. I didn't think much of the Chantecaille holiday, that's why I never picked any up, but I think this looks absolutely beautiful. You've got 2 blushes, you've got an eyeshadow quad, and it looks like you've got 3 lipsticks as well. The packaging is really, really beautiful, and it just screams spring. So it also looks like that this collection, and it's called the Wild Meadows collection, it celebrates Chantecaille's 25th anniversary. And Olivia Chantecaille says, when deciding what shades to create for our 25th anniversary collection, I turned to nature, of course, and it really looks beautiful. Let's take a look at the eyeshadow quad. You've got a couple of browns in there, you've got a yellow type of gold, and you've got a beautiful soft pink as well. This is my type of color story. I think it's beautiful. It reminds me, the shades of the brown and the pink do remind me of Bobbi Brown shades, and I absolutely love those type of tones. So I think this is really, really gorgeous. So for the lipsticks, they are in the Lip Chic formula, and that is an absolutely gorgeous formula by Chantecaille. I have quite a few of their lipsticks in that formula, and I absolutely love it. So let's take a look at the one first, and that is in the light pink packaging. And this one is Meadow, and they describe that as a flattering peachy nude. Then we have the shade Crocus, and that is in that purple lavender type packaging, and they describe that as a bright playful pink. And then finally is the shade Carpathia, and that is described as a soft apricot blush. I think all of these shades look really beautiful. I'll probably stay away from the bright pink, but perhaps pick up the other 2 shades. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. And the 2 blushes that Chantecaille are having for this collection look beautiful. The embossing is just stunning. Really, really beautiful. So the first one we'll take a look at, I think you pronounce it, is it Anemone? And that's described as a vivid raspberry shade. Really, really gorgeous. And the other one is called Apple Blossom, and that one is described as a soft, fresh pink. I like both of these shades, and if I'm able to, I will be picking up both of these. I think they look just gorgeous. So I think that the Chantecaille collection looks absolutely beautiful. When I saw the pictures, I just thought straight away, my first thought was, this is really, really gorgeous. So hopefully I'll be able to get it here in New Zealand. We do get Chantecaille products here in New Zealand, but often we don't get it until months after it's been released. So I'll have to try and get hold of it some other way. I'm pretty sure that the Chanel Spring 2023, that is going to be released in New Zealand. I'm not going to pick up all the items from that collection, but I will be picking up quite a bit and review them on my channel. Also, the Suku, again, I'm not going to pick up every product, but I'm definitely going to pick up 3 of the blushes if I can, and possibly 1 of the eyeshadow quads, and also their new lip product as well. I think they look really beautiful, and I'm going to pick up 2 or 3 of those shades. So I'm really looking forward to these products that are coming out. There was also the Hermes lipstick, and I thought all 3 shades looked lovely, but as I was saying, if I'm going to pick up any of those shades, it'll be the one that looks more coral. I think the packaging of them is really, really beautiful. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.